What's up, guys? It's your host with the most, LA Santos. Now we have a legendary artist, third generation Temptation, of course, Prince Ronnie Love. Some noise, make some noise.
Thank you,
Appreciate
LA,
bro, for
man.
you coming
It's a
here.
pleasure to be here, man.
Appreciate it. Welcome to 8PM Sesh. You know,
Cool.
yeah, pretty cool name, right?
Yeah, I like this, man. This atmosphere is
Yeah.
so cool. I like
It's
the vibe.
Yeah, that was what I was going to. You know, like a home vibe. You know, like every artist, every musician is welcome here. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I like about it, man, is the stove in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a dope part. You know?
Yeah, you know.
We got
absolutely.
cooking. You know, we
Yeah.
got cooking in the kitchen. We
Yeah.
got cooking in the studio.
Yeah, and then the studio is, I love it. Yeah. It's
Thanks,
cool.
thanks. So, can you tell me, like, what was your life before Temptation?
You know, as a kid growing up for me, because I'm like a fourth generation in my family. So my great-grandmother, my grandfather, and my father were all gospel singers. So I came up singing with my father's quartet group, which was titled the Gospel Rising Stars. So I grew up singing in church and being around some of the greatest gospel singers in the U.S.
Were you in a choir?
Yeah, no, it was like a quartet. It was like five, and we would take like spiritual songs, right, that you would hear in church, and turn it into like a five-man quartet, similar to like that of the Temptations. So
Kinda dope.
we would kind of like do that kind of thing as a kid coming up, and it was like really awesome, you know, because I would go to church and hear songs one way, and go to rehearsal with my dad, and it'd be like, nah, this is the way we're doing it. So that's what it was like, you know, as a kid growing up.
That's very dope, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you started out in a church. That's kind of lucky, too, because, like, you get a lot of blessings and some guidance, too.
Man, I mean, it's like, it was more like, you know, if I didn't go to church on Sunday, I couldn't play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you know. So, you know, if you wanted to go out and play, you went to church on Sunday, and, you know, you would be in church plucking people behind the head, you know, so pretty cool.
It's kind of dope. It's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Besides Temptation, like, do you have any other bands?
Yeah, there were several bands. I started with my first group, which was Seville. Then when I was in college, I had a group. We were called Reality. And then
It's not like a reality TV show.
yeah, it was like we were like so in tune, man, because we were doing a lot of stuff. We was always into choreography and dancing, and we was always into stepping and sliding. And then with a band, a funk rock band, which was called Sea Hunt. And then from Sea Hunt band, things took a different channel once the Temptations came along, of course.
That's a life-changing
Yeah,
part, right?
absolutely. No doubt
Yeah.
about it.
So, how did you start it, like, in the industry, you know?
In the industry, as a kid, I loved music, and my father was always around music, and my grandmother was always around music. So music was like a part of my DNA. You know, it was a part of my lineage. And if I sing on Sundays, I got my pies, my cakes, and all the foods that I wanted, and I could do whatever I wanted as long as I did good and I sang. So.
Yeah, that's kind of like your prize. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
How about now? Like, do you have any ongoing shows now, like here in the Philippines?
Yeah, we had a show last week with Morissette. We did a great show. Morissette was a great
Wow,
artist
she's
that we
kind of
did.
like a legendary singer here too.
Yeah, she did. She did some stuff that was there, and she gave a tribute to me as Motown Review, which is really nice, because we're going to be doing a Motown Review. And then tonight, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be performing with the Four Spades father.
Yeah, first
Right?
place. They're
Yeah,
kinda big
so
here.
their father, I'll be performing with them tonight at the Astoria Club. So
Love to them, man. Love
doing
to
a
them.
lot, yeah.
Can you tell me, like, how did you came here to the Philippines?
Oh wow, LA, that was like, that's another story, because as a kid,
Yeah.
I always heard about the Philippines because my doctor as a kid was a Filipino.
Oh. Yeah, probably every doctor in the States is
You know what I mean? So, but this, when I would tell people, when I say his name was Jose Manello, they would say, Jose Manello, that's the comedian. No, he's not the comedian. But he was a great doctor. He took very good care of me. And he always talked to me about coming to Manila.
Like for a long time.
Yeah, I was 8, 9 years old. And he would says, Prince, when you grow up, I want you to go to Manila. And I say, Manila? And I say, Mom, Dad, where is Manila? Is Manila in Chicago, Detroit? No, that's in another country. So here I am in the Philippines years later. I only came to visit for a few weeks, and I'm here.
Now you're here.
Yeah.
When was the first time you came here? What age?
Last year.
Oh, just last year. Wow.
Last year was the first time I came, and the word got out that I was here.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, they were saying, don't leave. The next thing you know, said, just sing for us.
Yeah.
And so I'm still here.
Can you tell me more about like your hit song? Like, cause I grew up to that song, to be honest. Like when I grew up, really loved that song, man.
Oh man, the Temptations, before they became the Temptations, were the Primes. When they signed with Berry Gordy, which was Motown, they couldn't get a hit. There was no hit.
The Temptations.
The Temptations, there was no hit. You know, so everybody had a hit but the Temptations. And Smokey said, you know, we got to come up with these guys, a great hit for these guys so that we can show them, the world, who they are. And they wrote a beautiful song titled My Girl. And here we are today. You know, it's still alive and well today.
I'm just curious, like, can you tell me, like, how did you start at Temptation?
I was truly blessed, LA. A lot of times things happen. I have family who was connected to the Motown, and they said, we're going to actually get you in with the Temptations. I was performing in Atlanta, in the U.S., Atlanta, Georgia, and the people loved, you know, my voice, and they said, you know, he just carries himself like a Temptation. He should be a Temptation. I said, whoa, wait a minute. What you say? No, really, you should be a Temptation. And the word got out, and the Temptations came to town. They said, people have been talking about you. What do you got? And I went and I started singing. It says, come on.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Do it, you know.
Yeah.
And so we had a pledge. We went to, it was ironic because we went to church.
Oh, you went?
We went to
the
church.
Whole band,
the whole group. We went to church.
Did you play? Or?
Yeah, no, we went to church, and they said, look, you know, we want to keep you, you know, humble. We want to keep you on the path.
That's kind of right.
You know, where it's coming, your blessings are coming from, because you are truly blessed. And so here I am. And they say Temptations and Temptations forever. Yeah.
Still making history.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I'm kind of curious too. Like, can you tell me like what's the difference between the music industry in the States and the music industry here in the Philippines?
The difference that I find is that there's still the purity here in the Philippines. There's that pureness here in the Philippines. In the States, they lost some of that pureness, you know. So when I'm here in the Philippines, that pure soul energy of listening to the Filipinos perform. I don't think there's any other, I can think of Asian, right, that can perform like Filipinos. I think they're so talented. And you know, I've heard them do Whitney Houston, I've heard them do the Temptations, I've heard them do so many different acts. And here on every corner, there's a karaoke.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
So you know,
even here we have a karaoke.
You know, here's a karaoke. So you know, it's like a part of their family heritage. You know, you get together and you sing. So it's really that part of the industry is here.
Yeah.
And they like good music. Filipinos love good music. Good with good storylines, good love songs, good and bad. And I think that separates the difference in the, you know, the culture of the U.S. and the Filipinos. So.
It's like Filipinos love being heartbroken, you know? Like, Filipinos love breakup songs. Trust me, like, a lot of hit songs there are breakup songs.
Oh, yeah. Except for, like, Filipino Girl.
Yeah.
or there's no easy way to break someone's heart, James Ingram. That's the difference in the Filipino and the U.S. culture.
Because like I've been to the States for almost a month, and like I kind of noticed like the people there are way different, and like even the musicians, like the way they think is different. Like even here, like but like it's kind of amazing because like everyone has their own style, everyone has their own way of thinking, everyone has their own perspective of the music industry. That's kind of amazes me because like a lot of people get together because of music.
Music is so magical and mystical.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most powerful entities, right, that exists in our world today.
Yeah.
Because when you are listening to music and it's good music, all your worries and troubles go out the window. And for some reason, it joins everyone together. And I think that is very, very powerful.
And like it's kind of amazing to see, it's kind of like love too. Like love is the most powerful.
Oh my God!
In the world.
Of course, yeah. The music brings people together.
Yeah.
Because if you can remember a song that reminds you of someone you love or fell in love with.
Exactly.
The first time you met that person, what song was playing, or the first time you went on a date and you heard that song, and now that song is forever embedded in your mind.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just my last question. Is there anything that you want to say, like any tip or any guidance for the new generation of musicians, like me?
Yeah, I think that number one is that if it's your passion, pursue it.
Music is my passion.
If it's not only if it's your passion, but pursue it, but also know that there's like no such thing as like overnight success. You see people overnight. You must have stick-to-itiveness. You must be disciplined. You must make time to perfect your craft. And last but not least, remember to pray and to always stay focused on, your creator God, who actually gave you your voice. Be thankful for it. And try to do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. And when doors are closed and people say that you can't, you take the T off the can't, which gives you can.
Yeah.
And you do everything you can. And remember your support system. Always be thankful to your support system. Those who support you, those who encourage you, those who are there for you, right? Never take them for granted. And I think just really study, and don't give up so easily.
Got me to hear, bro.
Yeah.
Got me to hear.
Yeah.
Do you have any message for 8PM Sesh?
Oh man, this is so cool, man. This is so cool. The vibe that you have here is so cool. I really enjoy, the fact that you're here and you have your family here, your mom and your friends and all that kind of stuff that is here. And you guys provide such a very comfortable, very cozy, cool in the game
With the dogs.
atmosphere with the dogs, and it's just so cool,
Appreciate it.
I just keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep enlightening, your people. Keep talking to them and bringing positive messages to them, And remember, always continue to be yourself. Stay you and stay blessed.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
all good, man. Yeah, it's all good.
Since you're here, can
Yeah.
we do a sample? Like, I have a song like
Oh.
that would perfectly fit you, bro.
Oh,
Do you know Filipino Girl?
man. Who can survive without a Filipino girl?
I feel you.
The best in the world, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. There ain't nothing in this world, nothing in this world like a Filipino girl.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing in this world, nothing in this world like a Filipino girl. There ain't no,
There ain't no
there ain't nothing in this world, like a Filipino girl. Thank you so much.
good,
Thank
man.
you
It's
so
all
much,
good,
Prince.
man. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's all
8 p.m.
good.
Sesh, guys.
Thank you for having me, man.
Prince of Temptation. Let's
Yeah.
go.